Welcome to the Daily for Tuesday, September 6th. I hope you all had a good Labor Day weekend. With Greg Lawless, I'm Jason Seguini. Greg, let's get to the action from yesterday. Los Angeles Galaxy out in Kansas City at Livestrong Sporting Park, and they get a 2-2 draw against Sporting KC.
Yeah, and I think the Galaxy probably feel like they should have gotten 3 points considering they were in the lead going into stoppage time, and then Omar Bravo getting a penalty and putting it away, and they end up with a 2-2 draw. Great crowd out at Livestrong Sporting Park last night. They were very loud and they were very into this game in particular, especially when there was some controversy late in the second half.
Yeah, Aurelian Collin had a goal called back. Peter Vermees saying after the game there's no way he could have been offside. If you ask me, Greg, I thought he might have been offside.
Well, there was probably a way he could have been offside. It looked like he was just leaning a little, but that's a situation where I think that the assistant referee needs to give the advantage to the attacker in this one. He could have just as easily not called that offside. I don't think anyone would have complained. It reminded me all of a sudden about how Omar Bravo was taken down in that first game at Livestrong Sporting Park when the Chicago Fire defender took him down. No penalty was called, and that was another situation where if the referee had called that penalty, no one would have complained. I feel like the referee in this situation needs to just say, let the game go. The game has its flow. If he's offside by a little smidge, and even then that's debatable.
Yeah, Peter Vermees said after the game, it's us against the world, and he knows it.
Well, I think every coach said it's us against the world, so Peter's not alone in that case.
Well, Peter Novak may be feeling the same way after their game this weekend. Philadelphia Union lost to Real Salt Lake in Salt Lake, but really the important story here is that they lost their goalkeeper potentially for a couple weeks.
Yeah, Mondragon now looks like he's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks with an injury that he took him out at halftime against Real Salt Lake. The youngster, Zach McMath, came in the second half. He pitched a shutout in that second half. Now he's going to have to do it for a couple more weeks.
Don't forget the Philadelphia Union in action tomorrow night against the New England Revolution. But there's action tonight. The U.S. national team in Brussels to take on Belgium.
Yep, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. The U.S. getting their first game under Klinsmann outside of the United States. Belgium, a very good team right now. Lots of up-and-coming stars. You think about Fellaini and company is there as well, and Alex Witsel. These are good players that are going to cause some problems for the United States. For the U.S. side, though, it's all about Clint Dempsey. Where is Klinsmann going to play Dempsey with his first chance to play in the U.S. team since Klinsmann took over? I think he's probably going to play up top. It's going to be another 3-man front line, and Dempsey will line up as one of them. I don't think he'll be the target man the way some people believe, but I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how Klinsmann deals with a European team that's going to apply that same sort of high pressure that Klinsmann is asking of his players. So it's going to be a very interesting game. 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have a live chat here on MLSsoccer.com.
Well, from the new U.S. national team coach to the old U.S. national team coach, Bob Bradley in Mexico, and reports are that he is going to be the new coach at Santos Laguna.
Well, that's what he says. Right now, it's about 80% done, according to everybody. And Bob Bradley was in the running, supposedly, for the Egypt job. It looks like that's not going to happen. So now he's going down to Mexico. I think it's an incredible move to see an American coach taking over a club in Mexico. And don't forget, Santos Laguna are in the CONCACAF Champions League. They will be playing against Colorado at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in just about a week or so. So it'll be interesting to see if he takes over by then and actually comes up to the United States with the club.
All right, coming off a busy weekend, of course, the U.S. national team game today. There'll be plenty to talk about on Extra Time Radio. You can get that on iTunes or Buzzsprout later this afternoon, and we'll be back on the Daily tomorrow.